merchant is there.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before
I hope nothing's happened.
Perhaps he's...
We're short a crew, but have no fear. We will leave without...
Is he an important...
We don't need him for sailing or navigation.
He must have simply had a bit...
I doubt that. Jonas was... And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Okay, shut the hell up.
Be back soon, Captain.
Oh, wow, I can actually understand this map. Didn't mean to duck. It's nice. There's more than one way.
Good day,
Quest.
tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna pay.
Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me.
Damn,
Don't count on me to... A good half of my...
Let me take a look.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged.
What am I fixing?
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to sort them out.
In that case, you need to pay me.
I regret I don't have the sum you're asking.
Either you repair it...
That's ridiculous. He could reimburse you.
Perhaps.
Very well.
What am I repairing?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Oh, this.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Okay, where am I gonna get the metal?
Well then, were you able to
No.
In it? Either.
How is business going these days?
This pick now that...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
How do I repair it?
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Where the shit am I gonna get?
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
I don't get it. Where do I get? What is it?
could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Where am I gonna find those at?
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No.
In that case,
I regret I don't have the...
either you repair them or you reimburse.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
People stopped going out of their home, and then, thankfully, people were still distrustful. I also lost quite a few regulars, but that's nothing new to you.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tirfredi.
Right. They say the man tree. Treasure abounds under it. Last night, some... but you know the kind.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
I don't know how to do this.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Where's the red shit at?
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Come closer now.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
I just bought them.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time.
I'm still without new...
When did you see your cabin boy for the last...
It's been 2 days since it wasn't out of the order, but the day of departure.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
I don't think so.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Okay.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain asked...
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago.
Did anything seem...
Maybe a tad trouble.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't the faith.
What does Jonas do in his free time?
He just hangs around, and when evening comes...
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad med.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He knows that he's not seen as 20.
What does Jonas do in his free time?
And when evening comes...
Did he ever have one?
Never.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Okay, this looks like it's another investigation kind of game.
Could I trouble you again?
Have you found Joe?
Not yet. When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went...
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, as far as I know.
I don't know where to start with this.
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like the itch for a drink gets us all. But here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over. I called back to him, as you guessed.
Versus Lauro.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn. He knows his crap.
How old is he?
He's not...
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing captain.
Talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know it, but like I've been crying to the 9 death winds.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though the other day, in the tavern, and then when we left, him and I, well, those brutes were there, waiting for...
Why didn't you intervene? Did you report this to the...
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry, and the captain, no.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. The other day, in the tavern, and then when we left, him and I, well, those brutes were there. Wait.
Why didn't you intervene? Did you report this?
Unfortunately, the captain.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just... Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. I seem to recall that regular being there. The kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. And now and again he comes out when nature calls.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
It's a pity that he hasn't.
Thank you, Lara.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Okay, how do you lift the veil? It says you can't climb.
Well then, were you
No.
in it?
I regret I...
Either you repent.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken...
A kidnapping. In my establishment. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of...
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's the epic... Now that we have...
Has the Malachor really put it down?
People stop. And then, thank people are still... I also... No, but that's nothing.
With all these sailors coming and going...
Right, they say the treasure about. But you know the kind.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you.
No. I've no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared. A young cabin boy.
Yes, that does ring a bell.
What can you tell me about the boy?
He seemed rather nervous. As if he was... And he must have been right to be nervous. If he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in. With a band of strong... The kind of men you can round up for a few coins. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defending...
And after that?
And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine. That man...
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs. Just off...
Thank you. You've been...
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
I have no idea.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with...
In this day and age, I can't blame you.
I will think about it.
As you wish.
That wasn't him.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent. Enter, please. Might I help you, sir?
I need to be going. Farewell.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at... And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here.
It concerns a delicate matter.
The hell is this?
According to witnesses, he had an argument...
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken.
Excuse me.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force.
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to...
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimony.
My son was probably shocked to have found it. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
It is what they do.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that it seems that you have been this horrible. You will have no trouble.
Where might I find it?
I cannot say until the Nauts have said.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
What the crap?
Swarm through. Is your hat
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our schedule.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have...
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor...
A contract? But what...
A commercial contract. In exchange for... In some cases, nation... I wouldn't be able to tell you, but what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen... And ever since, he...
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking? Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stolen. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay. That said, we did...
A smuggler. Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in...
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on.
And so you know about that?
And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in. Feel free to carry out your own investigation. The port brigs, just like the warehouses.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you? My men spoke...
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope...
Let's go and find him. Thank you.
Happy to be of some help.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
You cannot pass. Only the Nauts have access to the prison.
I've seen a few escapes in my...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime...
You can see for yourself that I'm no Naut. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Lame. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm gonna... I don't really think of my clients as kin.
A real saint you are. Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
And...
Yeah, it's an investigation game. I'm kind of disappointed in that. So this is him. Shit.
Come on now. Let me out. You promised! Please!
I don't have the key.
To my help, and death to the others!
Already surprised.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
You got to have the damn key.
Snake! Traitor! Let me out of here! You can't... Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
No, guards are dead.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Very well, I'm going.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Very well, I'm going.
What's that chicken? Try the ladder. Wow, that's too easy.
Damnation. We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison.
Oh, the traitor!
Please, please, have pity on our souls. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking...
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our reason.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we... But the Inquisition wants to
Tell me more about your research.
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of St. Mateus.
The very same.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we wanted to verify if...
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any... But
in the original, he speaks of a voice that came...
it was written in black and white.
I understand now what that text has cost. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always...
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den.
Our research won't interest the Bridger.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the...
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you...
Oh, we have signed already, and we were even ready to say that we had never seen...
It served no purpose.
I see.
I beg of you, please do...
It doesn't sit well with me to send you to the flames. I freed your smuggler, and he'll be careful. And say...
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Ambassador who?
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the...
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled. After I heard the case they made for themselves, I decided...
What are you saying?
They convinced me that your accusations have nothing to do with heresy, and that their only crime was discovering historical truths denied by...
And you gave credence to the lies. Their historical truths are the simple act to have I fear that your youth and kind heart has blinded you, de Sade. That is a shame. I was expecting more from a young leg.
No, whoops.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. We follow...
I've heard say that...
Ah, the Lord Lu... But other, more... They believe that a less rigid dialectic, but their differences...
I must be going. Farewell, Excellence.
May the light guide you.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Well then, were you able to repair?
No, I haven't.
In that case...
I regret I don't have the sum you are asking.
Either you repair them...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Now, how do I level up my my craft, craftsmanship level, whatever it is? How do I level up my craft level?
still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he...
Who was a cabin boy? Well, that is very... Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain... Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the... But certain contracts are so important that they also require, from time to time, the congregation...
Are you telling me...
But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would...
Well, he probably... What count breaking a contract?
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Well then...
No.
In that case...
I regret I don't...
Either you repair it.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Missions all over the place.
To my help, and death to the others!
Well then, were you at...
No.
In that case...
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. Dangerous fellow.
What kind of business do they run?
Several. In any case...
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
you had any idea who I am.
That vulture of a tavern master was...
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting...
It's blocked. It's not possible just now.